Now, I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect to be making a video this year telling people to upgrade. Normally, when it comes to iPhones, I'm the guy saying don't waste your money, because Apple usually drops what feels like the same phone every single year. But this time, it's different. It doesn't matter if you're coming from an iPhone 12, 13, 14, 15, or even last year's 16. The jump to the iPhone 17 is huge, and in this video, I want to break down exactly why that is. Now, if you're like me and you're already excited to get your hands on the iPhone 17, I dropped some brand new wallpapers that honestly look stunning on this display, and since it is Techtember, my entire store is 20% off. You can check the link in my bio, and it really does help support the channel, so thank you so much. Now, if you're in the US watching this, stick with me until the end, because I need to save you guys from making a mistake I see way too many people making every single year. If you're thinking about buying an iPhone 17 through a carrier, don't do it. I'll explain why you should be buying it directly from Apple instead. And trust me, it comes with some real perks you guys don't want to miss. So every single year, Apple makes the Pro model sound like the obvious choice. Bigger cameras, fancier materials, exclusive features, you guys know the drill. And honestly, going into the Apple launch, I thought I'd be picking up the iPhone 17 Pro without even thinking about it. But after having watched the Apple event and breaking down exactly what you get for the money, I realized the regular iPhone 17 not only holds its own, it might actually be the phone to buy for 99% of you guys watching this video. Like, I'm not even kidding. For starters, I did not expect Apple to give us a 120Hz display this year, let alone a full LTPO ProMotion panel. This isn't even a 60 to 120Hz panel. It can now scale all the way from 1Hz to 120Hz. That's a big deal because it doesn't just make the phone feel buttery smooth, it also has a positive impact on the battery life. And the thing is, I've been asking for this since the iPhone 15. Like, I was expecting, okay, maybe 90Hz, that wouldn't be too bad, but to get a ProMotion display on the regular iPhone 17 is just insane. But wait, it keeps getting better. The regular iPhone 17's display is actually bigger this year, 6.3 inches compared to the 6.1 we've had forever. It doesn't sound like much on paper, but in hand, it makes everything feel more immersive without crossing into the too big territory. Pair that with the crazy brightness boost up to 3000 nits outdoors, and this is easily the best screen Apple's ever put on a non-Pro iPhone. The regular iPhone 17 even comes with an anti-reflective coating. I can't overstate how big this is. This is hands down one of my favorite features on the Galaxy S25 Ultra because it cuts glare and reflections in a way that makes the display look matte, and it's just so much easier on the eyes. I really thought Apple was going to keep this locked behind the Pro models, which to me would make sense because I feel like this is a Pro feature. But no, they gave it to us on the regular iPhone 17. That just blows my mind. It doesn't just stop there though, it just keeps going. For the first time ever, the standard iPhone now has an always-on display. That used to be one of those you gotta buy the Pro if you wanted features, and now Apple just dropped it onto the regular model. Plus, you get the ability to turn off PWM. That's huge for anyone who's sensitive to flickering screens, headaches, eye strains, even nausea. This one toggle fixes all of that. And to top it off, the bezels seem to be thinner than ever before, giving the iPhone 17 the same sleek, modern look as the Pro. Now, let's talk about the cameras, because this is usually where Apple tries to pull people towards the Pro models. And yeah, the iPhone 17 Pro definitely flexes here with that triple lens setup, giving you a true 48 megapixel telephoto that can push up to 4x optical zoom, and even further with Apple's own sensor crop magic. Now, if you're the type of person who's always zooming in and out of concerts or shooting faraway subjects, that telephoto is great to have, no doubt about it. But here's the thing, the regular iPhone 17 still brings some serious firepower. You're getting a 48 megapixel main camera with a wide f1.6 aperture, sensor shift stabilization, and an upgraded 48 megapixel ultrawide. For everyday shots, daylight, low light, wide scenic photos, this phone absolutely holds its own. And even when you need a bit of zoom, Apple uses the high-res main sensor to give you a clean 2x quote-unquote optical quality crop. It's not a dedicated telephoto, but for most people it's going to get the job done. On top of that, both the regular and the Pro model share the same upgraded 18 megapixel front camera with center stage support. Selfies, FaceTime calls, TikToks, whatever you're doing, it's the same experience. The real difference comes down to whether you need those Pro level video features like Pro RAW, Pro Res, or log recording. If you're not editing footage professionally, you probably won't need these features. So when it comes to the cameras, the regular iPhone 17 gives you 90% of the same camera experience without forcing you into a $300 plus price bump just for a lens you might use once in a while. Another big win on the regular iPhone 17 this year is the storage. Apple finally ditched the 128GB base model. Now every iPhone 17 starts at 256 gigs right out the box. That means more space for your photos, videos, and apps without having to immediately pay for a higher tier. And when you're paying premium for an iPhone, little upgrades like this really do matter. The build and the durability also got better as well. Apple's using Ceramic Shield 2 on the display, which is more resistant to scratches in everyday wear. Combine that with the thinner bezels and an anti-reflective coating, and this phone doesn't just feel like a cheaper iPhone. It actually looks and holds up like a flagship, which is just insane. And then there are all the other quality of life features Apple quietly slipped in. Things like an always-on display, the ability to disable PWM if you're sensitive to screen flicker, better outdoor visibility thanks to the brighter panel, and even little networking upgrades like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and Thread support for smart home devices. None of these features make the headlines individually, but when you stack them together, they make the iPhone 17 feel like a much more complete package compared to the iPhone 60. And the craziest part about all of this, Apple gave us every single one of these upgrades: a bigger, brighter ProMotion display, anti-reflective coating, always-on display, thinner bezels, better cameras, more storage, a tougher build, all for the same price as last year. Bro, that is just insane. Usually Apple loves to tack on a price bump whenever they add big features, but this time for some reason they didn't. So not only are you getting a phone that finally feels like a proper generational leap, you're getting it without paying a penny more than you would have for the iPhone 16. So when you start stacking these features together, the regular iPhone 17 feels less like the entry model and more like an actual flagship. So yeah, the regular iPhone 17 is just insane value, and it's most definitely the phone to get this year. And if you're watching this in the US, let me save you from making a big mistake I see way too many people making every single year. Don't buy your iPhone through Verizon, T-Mobile, or AT&T. Buy it directly from Apple instead. Hear me out. First off, Apple gives you a full 14-day return policy. That means you can try your iPhone 17 in real life, test the display, check the cameras, see if it fits in your pocket, and if you don't love it, you can return it, no questions asked. Carriers usually don't give you that flexibility, and if they do, they hit you with a restocking fee, $30, $40, even $50 just to take your phone back. So right away, you're saving money and you're not locked into a decision. Now let's talk about the trade-in deals, because this is where people get confused. A lot of you guys probably saw those ads, up to $1,000 off with trade-in from T-Mobile or Verizon, and you think you have to go through your carrier to get these deals. But that's not exactly true. You can get the exact same promotions directly through Apple. I'll show you how. All you do is head to apple.com, select the iPhone you want, and under Connect to Carrier, choose your carrier. From there, Apple's checkout system will show you the trade-in credits from Verizon, T-Mobile, or AT&T right alongside Apple's own trade-in program. You still get your monthly credits, you still get the discount, but you're buying directly from Apple instead of being stuck in the carrier store. And buying directly from Apple means your phone comes fully unlocked from day one. If you ever want to switch carriers, or if you're traveling and you want to throw in an eSIM for international data, you can. When you buy from Verizon or AT&T, they lock the phone to their network, and you're stuck until your contract is paid off. With Apple, you have freedom from the start. Financing is also way cleaner through Apple. Carriers love to say 0% down, but then they bury you in fees, extended contracts, and extra charges if you leave early. With Apple, you can do the iPhone trade-in program, which gets you a brand new iPhone every year with Apple Care built in. Or you can use Apple Card financing, which is interest-free, and you even get 3% cash back. So no hidden fees and no surprises on your bill. And one more thing people often forget is software updates and setups. When you buy from your carrier, they sometimes preload your iPhone with their apps or slow down your updates with carrier testing. With Apple, you're getting the clean, pure version of iOS with absolutely no bloatware, and updates hit your phone from day one, the second Apple pushes them out. So put all of that together. 14 days, no question asked returns, no restocking fees, access to the same carrier trading deals through Apple's website, and unlocked iPhone from day one, better financing options, and faster updates with no bloatware. Add it all up, and there's really no reason to buy your iPhone anymore with carriers. Apple just makes the whole process simpler, cheaper, and way more customer friendly. But yeah, this is just the start. I've got a full deep dive review coming when the iPhone 17 comes in, so please make sure you guys are subscribed, like this video, hype this video, and turn on notifications. You guys do not want to miss my upcoming review. And if you made it to the end of this video, drop a dolphin emoji down in the comments below. I would love to know who my true supporters are. So yeah, and let me know in the comments if you're going with the iPhone 17 or the iPhone 17 Pro. I'm actually curious to see where you guys land. As always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to flex with your iPhone 17 tech. This year, it's absolutely insane, bro.